My beautiful stars, reading time. I actually was going to do love pop today, which is normally like a channeled message. There's a sense of urgency towards collective, but I stopped myself. I just want to confirm if there's movement for you guys this week before we get into it. It's a reason, so let's just see what that reason is. So what we'll do our 3 cards. If they'll be back, the little ladybug, communicate, confession. If they don't come out in the first 3 cards, this is more just a clarity reading for this collective. But let's see. I feel there's movement. Oh. All right, so you've got a manifestation coming in. Oh, God. You don't like that card. There's that ladybug. Hold on, no, just want one more for this narcissist card. Okay. Maybe this is why I'm being called to get movement first. Whenever I go to get love pop, it's normally such a, it's an energy of deep reflection and remorse and guilt. And I always say when we're in an emotion, because this is more, when I get this, it's someone's intention. Now, maybe the reason we're supposed to get these first, because that intention's going to come out very nice and very kind of, someone's in a lot of guilt, but this, my angels, you can't get past. There's someone here that's presented way too full of themselves. They struggle with addictions, bad finances. They've clearly got some bad habits. Now, if one of those bad habits is actual substance issues, I always say that numbs emotion. We don't feel properly, right? We're so prone to numbing, desensitizing how we feel, that unfortunately emotion can be a little bit imbalanced. Now, we talk about the armored self, the shadow self all the time, and even someone like this can get into moments of complete longing and agony and remorse and guilt. But I always say, if people don't take the steps to change things like this, yes, they can come through and pretend like, well, not pretend, because in the moment they genuinely feel that they don't want to behave this way again. But if it hasn't been healed, it's destined to happen again, right? And I just feel this collective. Again, there's a reason we're doing this first. Maybe this person to you, it really is a manifestation for you. Maybe it's someone that you've really been craving, but I do believe everyone can change, but if they want to change. And for these 2 to come out here, clearly this person struggles with change because of some bad habits that clearly they have not removed. Okay. So let's just confirm these. Manifestation. Earth sign. You could be an earth sign. This person. Cycles. This is why. So you've had cycles with this person. And if it's coming right now, this time, if this person's popped up in your life quite a few times, it's one of those energies that just always seem to orbit. It means you haven't learnt your lesson from this person yet. That's why they constantly orbit. Now, this is about fake karma. Something ended, something's about to begin. Maybe this is the actually true self and kind of sever this out. And I say this for divines too. You all get stuck on a layer. Until that layer is severed, you won't even know if it's your true divine, because once the layer gets severed, that's when the true change happens, when they realize you ain't there anymore, right? Now this collective, it's just, I can see it already. I feel this collective, you truly believe this is something destined for you. And like I said, I wanted to get these first. So if this person who still has this under the surface comes in with a lot of words that you've been craving to hear for a long time, you may be blinded here, because again, the right collective, for this to be here, you haven't severed a cycle yet with them. You know me, I'll get into a lot of detail in this reading, but let's see them. I want to for them. Okay, of course, of course. So right now they're feeling bewitched. Like I said, there's something, I wouldn't have wanted to go for these otherwise. Now this person wants a date night with you. This is about prepare to be wined and dined. But I'll tell you this right now, and anyone that watches me regularly, when I get these and I don't see confession with it or communicate, it means it's just a dry little touch in. Now if confession or communicate came out underneath this, or open up your heart, then that's more saying, you know, maybe this person is ready to get deep here. But sorry, I just wanted to check the thing. But this feeling bewitched by you, I think it's more the cosmic energy. There's something destined for a cycle to come in. So they're being activated right now with this remorse and this guilty feeling. But it doesn't mean that what's caused the cracks here have been solved. Another thing, and I will say it, this is my card of magic. Maybe this person, maybe you feel, I'm stopping myself from saying it. I don't think they're a practitioner, but maybe you can really feel them accessing your energy with a lot of overthinking right now. But I also think you have potential of being bewitched by however they come through as well. One more for that. Distance. So it's been a while since you've heard from this person. The right collective, don't make it fit. And you guys could also have physical distance. So there's been emotional distance put in and physical distance. So even though you've had cycles with this, but let's get a dice. Let's get specific. Okay. I'm going to get a big dice. How long has it been since this collective has heard from this person? 12. So it could have been December. It could have been 12 months. 12 weeks ago. I doubt it's 12 days ago because you've got the distance card here. 12's important. Or they could be born on the 12th. You could be born on the 12th. 12 is Hanged Man, so it's been stuck. 12 is important. Alright, yes, luck is on your side. That's what I think you need to do. Now, clearly this person right now, the right collective, you would be seeing them as emotionally unavailable. This is a waste of time. This is over. But I do think, and I will confirm, I feel this cycle, this door kind of needs to be shut here. But luck is on your side with it, right? So I just think for the right collective, there's something here that has not been closed out properly. And again, there's a reason for everything. And I just feel if I got these first, the message that would come through, because I genuinely feel, like I said, there's this remorse, there's this reflection, there's this, and it's funny 12 came out, Hanged Man, the right self-reflection, the right self-sacrifices, right, that need to be done. I don't think they've been done with this person. But anyway, let's confirm. Let's just quickly confirm what's around your heart space. All right. Oh, that's wanting to come out. That's good. Especially if you finally started to move on from this. You're feeling happy again. You've reclaimed your power. Oh, sorry. You got the girl boy with a snake. Okay. Whenever I see this card, I've allocated it as permanent fixtures. So there's people in this dynamic, third-party interferences, family and friendships, normally childhood friends, like the people that have been around for a very long time. So around your heart space, there's still people that's either interfered, created some form of grievance in your connection that unfortunately lack boundaries. That's good. Endings Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation through a transition, breaking a cycle. So through growth and change. But for this collective, I don't think you've seen that growth and that change. And remember, words don't show growth and change, it's action, right? And I think that's what's going to blur the lines for this collective. Maybe you're going to hear some words that more fall into the category of a bit of flattery and validation, right? But that doesn't show that someone's completely gone through growth, right? We said it in that purple deck. But happiness, expansion, joy, oneness though, oneness. This collective, there's clearly something you've started to come into self, right? Feel you're finally starting to break free from the shackles of whatever this connection is. Girl talk, boy talk. Meeting someone new, maybe. I feel this collective, maybe you have, and maybe that's how you've started to break free as well. I don't even want to say, I just feel you're getting yourself back out there again, right? Or maybe you're starting to realize for a long time, I'm hearing this for a reason, maybe you couldn't really find attraction to other people when you're in the midst of trying to heal from this, or, you know, but maybe you're starting to realize you're finding that attraction for others again. Maybe there's someone that stirred up a little bit of emotion. Maybe there's something here while you've been out and having a good time. You've just, again, that little spark in your soul's activated again, right? You could really, around your heart space, have someone new here. And long and behold, and I always say this, just before we're really getting ready for something new, we get tested with the old to see, have we really released are we ready for the new? And it's funny because normally these lessons that orbit, right, and they keep coming back in, this day and age, everyone puts them in the category of some form of soul connection and completely ignores karmic, right? It doesn't just mean because someone constantly pops around, it's a twin flame, it's a divine. Sometimes it's a very pivotal karmic lesson you need to learn about self-love and self-appreciation, right? Well, whatever lesson it is, they're just there to teach you the lesson. And once you break the lesson, they bloody disappear again. So for good though, for good. And maybe this collective, the reason this keeps orbiting you, because again, you haven't learnt the right lesson from this person. So if you were about to be on a crossroads of finally finding that sparkle again in yourself and being drawn to someone, right? And then this pops up, you could be a collective. The universe is saying, are you ready to let go of the old? We're trying to enter something beautiful for you right now. Again, around your heart space, this is your first row. And let's say it hasn't happened just yet, hypothetical, I will confirm with everything this, you could meet someone when you're just out and about, very serendipitous. That's normally how we meet true soul connections. It's not you looking, they just come across your path. You're out with friends, you bump into someone. You start a new job, you meet someone. You're at a coffee shop, you meet someone. But with that serendipity, it's normally something that aligns you to that place when you weren't wanting to go, right? So say you end up going out, but you didn't want to go out, but you end up going last minute. Say you go to a coffee shop that's completely different to the coffee shop that you normally go to, or you've decided to go to a shopping center you don't normally go to. The universe really tries to show you the magic of timing, right? So normally when you meet someone very serendipitously, it's completely off path. It's completely kind of last minute thing. There's a reason I'm hearing this for this collective. So hasn't happened just yet. This could literally happen in a moment you were not expecting. It's nice. And maybe this is what happens with your new beginning, when you finally create the right ending, right? That's when you make the transition. This girl, boy with a snake, outdated thinking. So this, whatever this has been around the roundabout with whoever this narcissist, I don't even want to say narcissist, but whoever this self-involved person is with these addictions, right? Maybe this person's an enabler, but that's still here. That's still in this energy. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over in the mind. I'm seeing that as an interference. All right, this coffin. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, I don't normally read this many. This runner, this person you've had cycles with, and that. Oh, made you feel strung along, made you feel like an option. Oh, you want to hope they didn't. Oh, yeah, well, we know. They're reminiscing. They feel guilt. They feel this. They're like going through nostalgia. But they axed you. Silent treatment, abandonment. This is about stopping the pattern. Most painful card. They're obsessed. We know they're obsessed. They're obsessed right now. It doesn't mean they're changed. And this card's about obsession, but addictions. This person struggles with addictions. This, from what I can feel from this collective, and I will confirm, I feel this person acts right back at them. That's what I'm feeling from the energy of this. Like, look at how they've made you feel. And again, there's something cosmically that's making them feel bewitched right now, because you've got a cycle being timed, right? I'm going to get the universe's part next, actually. So now, because they're reminiscing and they miss you and they this, even though they've run, made you feel like an option, treated you as an axe energy, terrible, that even if this collective, you're wanting growth with this person, that needs to be transitioned out. That needs to be healed and changed. And from what I can gather, this person, they haven't healed and changed that. Okay. Paradise. Come, and we say, a lot of people will think it's a lesson of soul connection, soulmate, and soulmates don't treat you like this, I just have to say, or twin flame, but they completely avoid it, seeing it as a karmic lesson. And I'll tell you, karmics and twins, they're one in the same. Twins are worse, right? But through all the triggers, through all the turmoil, you've got 3 cards here of letting go. So the right collective, you are literally letting go of this. And long and behold, this always happens. Once you release that energetic chasing, look what pops up, the mess. You, the runner chaser journey. So you would have resonated this as twins. You've got the runner chaser, but now you have finally, through all the fires this person has given you, you're coming into paradise, you're coming into oneness. You're both of them. That's your cycles here. I'm just here for advice, but this row ain't smelling pretty. Let's get one more overall. Oh, well, we know that. So now, date night, they're wanting to converse more. Let's get the universe's perspective. Let's see what the universe... First, I want to see why this person is cosmically tied to you through these cycles. Then I want to see what the universe is preparing you for. And then we will get into cards. Well, you know what I mean. We've been using cards. Okay. What is this connection to this collective? What have they had to learn from this person? Oh, 12, the only card that's up, and that 12 before. 12 is important for the right collective. Okay, this is what you've had to learn from each other. Oh, the geese, learning how to move on and migrate. But, okay, so to become dependable, to know where you were going in life, something about your faith had to be activated here, especially with this bridge. Okay, oh, perfect timing. That's what's happening right now. There's something with timing happening right now. Perfect timing, culmination of your efforts to become unstoppable. This card is about standing the test of time. I can't see it with this person. I'm going to be, oh God. So all the messages, all the times, all the cycles, it was always destined. There's something here about communication. There's something here that you had to learn to communicate more effectively. You had to learn how to overcome barriers. You had to learn how to harmonize your own energy, right? So you had the chaser. So the right collective, you had codependence issues. You had abandonment issues. There was things in life you would tie yourself, been extremely toxic and volatile, which means this collective, you've had a pattern, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, of just quite destructive relationships. This person was meant to break you free from it. They were meant to teach you how to become a bridge, right? So how to unite yourself, how to come into harmony, learn true compromise, proper communication, how to overcome barriers through independence, right? To understand that it's really sad that people struggle with codependence and abandonment, because you can keep yourself in the worst environments because you're so scared, if you know it or not, it's your trauma, to be alone, right? So no matter how terribly someone treats you or makes you feel, even if you're crying every day, it's like you just won't budge. You won't budge. You won't leave. This person was meant to teach you to find your strength, right? So every time they came in, every time the messenger, the rider, the message or the movement or certain, this says deliveries, I don't even, visited, the green light, the progression, the full speed ahead, it would always turn out terrible. Now to have the perfect timing here, I think every time you guys have had a cycle, it's aligned with some form of beautiful cosmic energy or moon phase, or if you were someone that, and I wouldn't be saying this if this collective you weren't aware of it, maybe you really study astrology, or you know about planets or certain times that they would come in. Like there's something here that, and maybe this is what blurred the lines for you as well. Maybe because it was always coming at a specific alignment, or like you just thought this is so cosmic, right? To find your Mother Gaia, to find your center, to balance your inner and outer worlds, to tap into your true identity. Oh, beautiful. To ground in your purpose. Fertility, to balance everything, to balance spirituality and practicality. So big lesson from this person, and most of it was becoming dependable for self, learning independence, really learning how to overcome those barriers, find harmony in independence, trust that you balance you. There's nothing externally that's going to make you feel complete if you don't already feel complete, right? Not looking at excess as completion, understanding you are the creator of your happiness. But it was destined to have these moments of just because it was the fire. To be able to break free from codependence and abandonment, you have to walk through the fire of feeling abandoned time and time again until it finally breaks you, and you start to teach your brain through all those fires, wait, abandonment isn't even that bad, right? It's when the games backfire. So unfortunately, this collective, you felt this quite a few times from this person. Don't make it fit. But it finally built that bridge within you. All right, let's get one more for this perfect timing. This standing the test of time, just seeing this, I think this is more for self. Understanding that this could never, it might have felt like it was breaking you, might have felt like 10 of Swords or Towers, but you just always stood the test of time. You got back up and you were stronger and stronger every time. I just want to confirm. It's funny because that's 19 and that's 1-9, first of the 9th, 9th of the 1st, but 19, that could be an important number, 14 and 12 and 4. Okay. Oh, I was not expecting that. Maybe. Talking to myself. I would. Okay, this bouquet came out. Hold on, I was saying one more. I was shocked. Okay, 3 more. Okay. So perfect timing, I was more feeling, lesson from this person was to learn to kind of stand that test of time for yourself. Nothing could ever break you, right? And then this bouquet came out, which I'm a bit shocked about. So 19th of the 9th, this is the reconciliation card. But Happy, harmony, creativity, beauty, a gift, reconciliation, love, openness, expression, warmth, gratitude. Let's be real, this collective, you have not faced or seen that with this person, right? Now, I feel for this collective, and that's the theme so far. That's what you're about to kind of get from this person. A little bit more openness. Sorry, I'm just putting a new candle in. Openness, warmth, and expression. But I don't think that's through the stalemate. Oh, sorry. Standoff, non-committal, holding out, delay tactics, blocked, refusing to compromise. Oh, I just don't like the feeling of this person. I'm shocked at this. Well, you haven't come into a start of a season yet because you haven't broken your old cycle. Maybe you are just after you stand alone, after you choose your independence, after you break free from certain belief systems, the hierarchy, things that have been programmed to you, right? Maybe there's potential, but have you guys broken the cycle? Have you really learnt to stand alone? You're like on the verge of it, this collective, right? You have been treated like this time and time again. If there is potential of this, I promise you, this collective, a few flattering words are not going to change the damage that's been done. Look at how they're presenting. The axe, the key, the runner, like, oh God, that's going to take a lot of action to prove that they really want this, right? I need to get one for this bridge now because I was feeling that was more an internal thing. Both about the belief system. This was huge to break you free from this. But even the belief system of this whole twin flame journey, that's another thing that you guys excuse so much because you hold on to the label. So the right collective, all of this breaking free, finding yourself, I guarantee you were tied to the label of this connection, and that's why you excused it all. You got both of the cards here about the collective consciousness, the new belief system, breaking free from certain structures, traditions, and programming. Now, this card does have marriage on it, but I was feeling this was more for self, right? This bridge. This rose and thrown me because maybe that's reconciliation within. The Eiffel Tower, standing alone, understanding, have they started a new season? Are they bold? Are they brave? Are they a leader? Are they that masculine energy, that locking in, conquering? Like, you can't get past that stalemate. One more overall. Always believing that you were meant to reconcile with someone like this, right? I just can't see how they're offering you someone new if... hold on, one more. Oh, that ain't bad. This is where you guys are coming to right now. This child energy, the new beginnings, carefree, moving on, focusing on yourself, a brand new perspective on this whole situation. This is about overcoming difficulties and centering your heart, but devoting to yourself as well, right? Breaking free from the pride and the ego. Whatever this is, there's steady movement forward right now, right? This card is about the things you thought that you couldn't, you can. But I'm on the fence with this collective. If this was just a big lesson for self and all of this energy we're describing to come into self and understand this, right? But there are some nice cards. All right. Let's see what they're preparing you for through breaking this cycle, because still this right collective, whatever's happened here, this cycle hasn't completely been, because it's still orbiting around you, right? Watch from the beginning. So there's something that still has not been learnt and come to a close here. All right. What are they preparing you for right now with closing out this cycle? Oh my gosh. You got the divine masculine, but that could be a new person. That could be new. You've got the ring and the fireworks up here. Whatever's coming, take the face away from it. These two, not just passionate and explosive in a beautiful way, but soul contract way. Proposal, engagement, agreement, soul contract agreement, next level, promise, partnership, statement of intent, marriage, union with passion, chemistry, happiness, excitement. This is about with a masculine, right? Still could be that new energy. That's what we're going to do next, tarot. How the universe is viewing this new energy for collective and this old energy. That's what we're going to do, because this is confusing me. Oh, spiritual equal. Whatever's opening up here, this is good. Emotional, mystic, enchanting, sensitive, compassionate, diving deep, healing, romantic. Maybe they're going to be a hopeless romantic. There could be a water sign. Very established with your career, but also this person. This is my early retirement card. So whatever this cycle closing, look what it's opening. Just saying. So again, luck is on your side by closing the door. Watch from the beginning. Establish ambition, experience, achievement, longevity, career maturing and developing. Yeah, my early retirement card. Let's actually confirm all of these. 25, 30, 28, 30, 30. You could be seeing a lot of that. Okay, so this water light bulb is going to be a surprise how it comes through. But once you close this, you get that light bulb moment, that epiphany, the aha moment, the reveal, the breakthrough, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination. 26. So remember, this is what happens when you sever the cycle. And I find a lot of you guys, when you finally sever that cycle with that person, people that orbit time, you get a lightning bolt through the mind. You get an ascension pretty much straight away. It's like magic happens instantaneously. Okay. Talking to myself. The sun came out, the divine masculine sun with this ring. Oh. Whatever this is, proper masculine energy, right? Not that runner, strung along, axe. What else? Couldn't get any worse, that row. Like, what came up? What else came up underneath them? I'm sure something else came. It was terrible. But this, yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, radiant, success, divine masculine, daytime, victory, happiness, warmth. Underneath what? This is good. Very good. Oh, you got both. You got the two oh my God. You got both of them. 28, 28. I am so confused in this reading. But one of them needs an ending. I feel that's this person. But water signs clearly important. But this can be rebirth as well. Death. This middle one. I have to get tarot. What I keep going back to, what's making me funny about this person that's coming in, is why I changed the reading up at the start. Remember I said I wanted to go for these, but we went for these. There's a reason we're going for these, and then the narcissist and the person with the addictions came out, right? And it just made me feel right then, especially when we saw cycles, that the intention that's coming through, yes, I said it at the start, watch from the beginning. And because there was so much confirming that energy, now I'm just a little bit thrown here. Either way, and I will say this, the right collective, either way, this cycle needs to be closed, either way. And remember the yes, luck is on your side when you move on, right? So let's just say, right collective, whatever's destined will not pass you by. I say this all the time. Now, to have death over this one, especially if you resonate this person with being the high chemistry, the la da da da. I do think you're going to find it with this other person too. But maybe that's what happens. You end up going on a crossroads. You have a decision between two, right? But doesn't mean that that doesn't need to be closed out with the door. Just saying. All right, let's get this one. Leo could be an important sign to tie you to this new person. But victory, that's what I'm feeling. I feel this is clearly rebirth through once you shut the door and they come in a little bit changed. But I just have a feeling that is who you're going to find victory with, the new person. I'm going to be honest. But I do think you'll have a choice. I do think you'll have a choice. But I do think this other person is very successful. I feel this other person, they have a good reputation, they're successful, they're ambitious, they sit in achievement, especially if they're ruled by strength as well. Influential, like that is a trump card for me. I think you'll, but still that needs to be closed. Just saying. Like this is reminding me, especially with this here for you, you guys could end up being a power couple. I don't think this other person, I don't think so. I'll get tarot next. Oh, new beginning will come. New cycle, new story. Big old, did it again. So Fool came out, but I was saying either way, this is exciting what's coming, right? But to get to the sunshine, you're going to need to walk through that storm first. So when you break this cycle, I always say when we break cycles, even though you're going to get an epiphany in the moment, something that's orbited you for a long time, so you might find strength, but breaking free from that orbited energy, it can be very overwhelming. So it's preparing something so beautiful for you, but in the moment, and that is why the ladybug came out. Luck is on your side with it all, but closing the door can be a hard thing. Okay, before we keep going, I just have to get this confusion out. So I just want to see how the universe is seeing this new person that they're aligning with you and this past person. Okay. We'll just get a few. New person. A cosmic trigger. So it is being sent serendipitously by the cosmos, maybe by this new moon or the next new moon. A change in your directions, a new cycle begins. This is about not giving up. Seeds have been planted. This new person's being sent from up above. Oh God, that ain't good. That's not good. One more for those two, please. Maybe that's the internal conflict that it may create. I'm not going to lie, seeing these two, it makes me think, because the theme of this and this older person, they struggle with addictions, they struggle with obsession, they're very kind of selfish, they don't care who they hurt as long as they're getting their way, kind of, right? But to have, and this is about finally seeing things clear, like this just doesn't align with this part. This Eight of Swords in reverse, it really is about conquering self-doubt and setting free, standing in their power. Maybe this person has gone through a lot. There's a reason you guys are going to align with that healing journey, the Things Are Fluid card. But I do say as well, this devil energy, when focused on the right thing, especially with career, he can achieve so much. He's magnetizing. But I'm not going to lie, those cards there, that's a little bit alarming. To have Eight of Swords in reverse over the top, I do think this person's gone through a lot. And I do think there's something about alignment when it comes to maybe what you guys have gone through and what you've healed through, that maybe this is something that is going to actually create more understanding. It's making me, you know how I talk about when you are with someone and the armors come up and you need to learn how to soothe each other, not accelerate, find solution through it. I feel maybe you both have gone through kind of similar things in love and in life, so there'll be a deep understanding of one another. But I do think this person has kind of, I don't want to say escaped certain things or certain traits, but I do think this person is someone that's gone into deep reflection and they've really started to create change for themselves. But these two together, let's take it to work. I do think this person, the determination to succeed when it comes, because I'm going to that victory cup, right? I think this could be a big priority for this person in life. Maybe they really struggle with a healthy work-life balance, and maybe you're a lesson for them to help balance that area of their life, especially if you were a bit the same. You struggle with a healthy work-life balance as well. Hold on, let's get one more. World. Yeah, I do think this person's gone through grief, sadness, a lot of emotional baggage. This is really off to that part. I'm just seeing this past person so much in this. But maybe this is where you find common ground with this person. Will they still have a bit of shadow self? Of course. I'm going to be honest, these aren't the best cards. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to find the positivity, especially because this is here. But Five of Swords, Five of Cups. It's a bit of a doom and gloom. Struggles to find the silver lining in situations, especially with this Devil energy here. Being obsessive, fixated. One more. That was Nine of Wands, and but then you've got another cosmic trigger here. So making long-term, maybe this person is in the midst of a transformation. It's being sent to you for a reason. I'm going to say this, it's coming to my mind. We know this person that's connected to you within the next new moon. We know that's coming for this collective. Maybe it is when you shut the door, they start to really reflect, and it may take a few months. Making long-term plans, coming in for harvest season. Maybe, I'm going to say it. I was definitely feeling two completely different energies for this collective. But I do say this as well. But I say it for my divines, and you haven't had a divine card come out for you guys. You have to release the old, because let's be real, 99.9% of the time an X is an X for a reason. When it comes to divines, you're like literally this much of the population, but you're here to do something for the world, right? But you literally need to sever the old to create the new. Let's just say hypothetically, especially as I'm explaining this, you're like, yeah, that's the person I'm connected to. Whatever the case, if it is them, I do think a change in direction. Don't give up. It will create a new cycle. Things will germinate. I think things will start to change, but it'll take a few months. I just can't see how they would align this as, like, we're going, the marriage, the fireworks, it's just... Anyway, let's see how they see this person that's in your life now. I feel like I should get another deck to see if the same cards come out. Okay. Oh my god, it's wanting to come out. That Five of Swords, it didn't come out though. The Devil, maybe it is. Did you see that Five of Swords wanting to come out? Their cards, the Devil, the Five of... Oh god, maybe it is. How was I not feeling that? Oh, but they've got King of Pentacles here. You know what? Maybe it's a good feeling I'm not feeling that it's the same energy, because maybe that means there has been a little bit of change already. Anyone that watches me, that's my favorite king. Hold on. I want one more. Maybe they're back and forth from their, like they're trying so hard, but they still just get hooked on certain things right now. And it's probably that Five of Cups, if it is the same person, that gets in the way here. Hold on, one more for King of Cups. I'm feeling it's like this is them maybe going through a transition right now, right? Because you've got to remember that part with the victory and the ambition and the... And I said you got potential to be a power couple, right? This one, he's onto it. But I feel that Two of Pentacles is them. Let's just get a couple more. King of Swords. Okay. Air sign, earth sign. The fact that that Five of Swords wanted to come out as the Devil came out, that is just... Oh, get out of town. No way. This reading's taking a turn. But it was meant to be read this way. You guys need to break a cycle. Does this person have potential to be an Emperor and King of Pentacles? I actually think maybe. Maybe. Are they there now though? No, this little devil energy's over the top of them. But I feel, now that I'm seeing this, it makes sense with these, because this could take a few months. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter what's coming out here. And I said that right at the start. It doesn't matter. You guys need to sever a cycle and let go and believe luck is on your side. But if they've got potential to evolve that, like I'm reading these people as different energies. And I even said it in these people, it's like maybe Wheel of Fortune. One more. Oh, Eight of Cups. But I think that's you. You need to walk away. They need to walk away from certain things that keep them shackled to that devil energy. And the girl, boy with the snake, the boundaries watch from the beginning. I think they've got some enabling behavior around them which feed into those addictions, the things that hold them back, especially if it is financial constraint. For this person to be a King of Pentacles, Emperor underneath the surface, when it comes to Pentacles, when it comes to finances in life, this person, maybe they're an 8, really driven by success. And if they're not balanced, maybe they're tied to people for financial reasons, or money would really drive this person in life. Four of Pentacles at the bottom. One more. That's good. Moon in reverse. There's that Five of Swords wanting to come out again. I do think they're releasing fear and anxiety when it comes to you. We're about to tap into them for you right now. But when it comes to fear and anxiety, life, I'm not too sure, right? But I do feel there's something that's brewing right now and it's being cosmically guided. But I'm going back to this. Until you remove this, because this is still in them, this Five of Swords, this devil energy, little bit of selfishness, purple deck, the Narcissist card, they're self-involved, right? Because they see it and they're bound to their emotional baggage and their misery. Until that is severed and they conquer their mind, right? Conquer their self-doubt, take their power back, escape things that do not serve them. This is just bubbling under the surface. And I think that comes from them walking away from something after you end up walking away from something and breaking a cycle. I think right now they'd have such a beautiful version. It's sad because I think that's what they are back and forth with, right? And I do think right now they're juggling some things in life, and I do think their work life, like I just think they're off balance, right? I still think there needs to be some changes here. They need a new path. They need to redirect. One more. Page of Pentacles in reverse. They don't learn from the past. They repeat mistakes. Lack of goals. Underachiever. Bad news. No common sense. And look at the potential of them. All because of this. Things they're shackled to. And even that, direction towards what, like, this person could be like, if that was directed the right way. Okay. All right, let's now get into this person. We'll get those love pop and new moon. It's big for quite a few of. All right, so this is how we wanted, how we were gonna start the reading. So let's see. All right. True intention towards collective. So there's something here. This person is really driven by finances, but this is what they're in reflection about, and it makes sense with how they were presenting in their tarot. There's majority coins, Sagittarius energy. I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without even thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. Oh, of course. It's so funny because do you remember I said not one divine card has come out for this collective, but of course it's come out for them. Now, I always say watch from the beginning, but there is a reason I didn't want to get these at the start, because I knew this person's intention towards collective was going to be so deep and deep reflection and but there is something here financially. I don't know if you make more money than this person. I don't know if they think to be successful or to be in that masculine energy, they need to be completely swallowed in bloody X, Y, and Z, especially when it comes to finances, right? But I do think this person makes some terrible decisions because it's like money drives them, their tarot part, right? There is something there in deep reflection of this. I'm not feeling fulfilled in my life. Therefore, I'm chasing money and status as a way to increase my self-worth. I also feel I'm not equipped to handle this connection, so I'd rather focus on things I can control. Now, let's go to money and status. If this collective, you are achieving things that they are not achieving just yet, but remember, they've got potential Emperor, King of Pentacles, especially, let's take the kind of how we describe that devil energy, but when that devil is focused on this kind of stuff, he can achieve anything, right? But their obsessions and their fixations, unfortunately, because they're not balanced here, especially when it comes to this, I kept feeling this person, it's like I'm seeing that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this person just, when things, if things are too repetitive or they're not moving quick enough, it's kind of reminding me of someone that prefers to kind of get rich quickly, take shortcuts, right? Which they need to change in their mind, because I think this is what ties them to, unfortunately, situations that aren't the best. Now, this person, I think, has been highly reactive with you. Again, presenting self-obsessed, self-focused, the key on a ring, all of those cards. I think deep within themselves, not that they know it, I think there's some form of envy or resentment over your success. And I think it's only right now this person is starting to believe in the power of this connection, but it's being cosmically aligned. I can't stress enough for this collective, and I know it's taken a turn through this reading, but you guys need to sever a cycle, right? Back to that ladybug with closing the door, and you just need to believe. Without severing this cycle, yes, the emotion's here, but the change hasn't been created just yet. Perfect example, this is still leading them. Are they starting to reflect? Yes, but it's that Two of Pentacles. They're back and forth, right? I do think this person, there's some form of change already being created, but it's not solidified. They haven't Eight of Cups something yet. Now, Sagittarius could actually be a sign to tie you to this person or yourself, but the energy of this, the way they can react and say nasty things. Twin Flame. I recognize our connection was intense and it's something that burns. Oh, it's just, yeah, okay. 24, 90, and 26. Important numbers. All right, mentally material, which has made them deny the connect. This is your block. This is your block. There's something, don't make it fit. There's something with comparison and finances that this person, it put them in denial over something. And like I said, I don't think this person knows or knew that they had envy and resentment over your success, but they did. Which means this collective, in your actual connection, if you were the breadwinner or more successful, you would have just naturally taken on that dominant role energetically, right? The provider normally does. Now, normally, not all the time, but this collective, maybe there's someone that really needs to be in that alpha. And when you've got two yangs at it in a connection and you've got someone, and again, they've got potential to be Emperor, King of Pentacles within them, oh, this would have been triggering. It would have been triggering for them. Now, this first row is so important for this collective, because until they heal this within them, the denial of this and how much this really meant to them, it's only now they're starting to realize it. But I think this is still bound to them. And I'll tell you this, I always say people that are mentally materialistic, like this person clearly is, insecurities. It reminds me of someone that, when you've got someone that excessively spends for appearance, right, but they don't have the means to to do it, it's all for how they're viewed. So one thing I feel for this person, they're not in their success, but if they're like this, those showy people have to wear fake labels, bloody the car, the this, the that, it's all for appearance. Which means this person seeks outside admiration and acceptance from others. So if you get a lot of admiration and acceptance from others, it would be a trigger point and they wouldn't even know it. But because of the nobility factors between you guys, which can be a big block for actual divines, it has made them deny this. Don't make it fit. One more for this first row. Capricorn, stop it. We hate this card. So they literally thought once they found their success, they could come back to you and you'd just be waiting, right? Another money one. I was so focused on my career and my goals. They were focused on money, get rich quick kind of things. I took you for granted and expected you to wait. Ugh. Wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'd be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. So this person, when they did what they did, and this is why they orbit you, just to check if you're still there, right? They probably thought, I'm going to do this, I'm going to become successful. But I don't think this person ever did. I think this person got swallowed up by their environment. And you as a collective probably got more and more successful, especially if you are a true divine pairing. Once you guys activate, you lock into your blueprint, your dharma. You guys become so successful. So this person would have seen you just flourish, 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 and everything they thought they would do by walking away from you, this person hasn't done. If anything, huge block for you guys. So until they accept you, your glow, and what you do in life, this is why they're so hurtful towards you, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. You demasculate them. Emasculate them. Why do I say demasculate them? Oh God. And the girl boy with the snake. So I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger for you. Said that I made you feel inadequate because I chose someone over you. I think they chose something tied to finances over you, which is bound to permanent fixtures in their life, right? And this is still affecting your heart space. Watch from the beginning. So even though it's taken a turn, you guys still have blocks. And this third party energy, right, for this collective, its permanent fixtures, is still embedded. And because this is still embedded and they're so focused on this, even though they're not getting anywhere with it, they're hurtful. Which means whoever they're embedded with financially, that person wouldn't like collective because they're around your heart space. So they know you, right? Oh God. I regret the pain I've caused due to my selfishness and my physical needs. But this is what they're dwelling on. Remember, this person's got remorse right now. It doesn't mean it's changed, though. Still have an 8 of Cups. One more. 5. Oh. So it could, again, family, permanent fixtures. but the family that they could have created with you, where you guys would have been. And look what's coming for this collective once you close the door. This part, watch the whole reading. This is why they would be focusing. It makes sense. And actually, sorry, because I'm just going in and how these energies tie now. You did get the marriage card for this person in that part. And then when the door closes, you got the only 2 marriage cards. That makes sense. If you haven't, that won't make sense to you, so watch the whole thing. I miss a family. We could have created the family that could have been. I realized I made a mistake by walking away from my happiness. You are my life partner, my other half, my confidant. Yes, they're feeling it. Still haven't removed the baggage. Remember that. 7. Twin flame. Fulfilled. Oh, God. Oh, there's so many. So many. But they're still on the fence. Still on the, they don't know it. Right now they think they, not completely. And the spy energy. Just be careful. Oh, their insecurities. We said that there. But obsessed with you right now. That's the card, the other card they got in the black part. I couldn't remember. The addictions card. 1. Twin flame. Oh, God. Time is ticking. So they're feeling this sense of urgency because of the cosmic alignment, the perfect timing. So they know. So that distance, remember we rolled that 12. That's very important for you guys. So it has been a while. They know time is ticking here. 24th of September, 9 could be an important number. But I always say twins, you're ruled by that 9. Okay, a winter memory or summer memory from December 22nd, and you got the 12 from February 6th, February 7th to March 19th. Okay. I want to get these quickly. I've got to get those emotion cards. Oh, of course it's at the bottom. This person is. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you all the time. I stalk your socials and I hope to, I'm going to say purposely, run into you when I'm out. Okay. Oh, but that's sad. Oh, that's good. All right, so they've got sabotage. So they know they're a self-sabotager and self-destructive. I mess up good things in my life. Runner. I don't want to run anymore. This is all being pushed from up there, though, how they were unsatisfied and how they are unsatisfied in their life. And this is why they would be reflecting so much financially. But it's not good that it's such a focus for them. They've been fine. I do think that now that we've seen the tarot, I don't think they're completely there. I think they're back and forth. I think they try so hard, but then they fall back into their bad habits. It was time I went within to find myself. I need to figure out what I wanted in life. They're still not completely there. I needed space. I think they still do need space. Oh. Too many. Regret, clearly. Daydreaming. We know. They're hooked. I'm always longing for you because the cosmos are making them right now. Sabotage. Oh, I love this card. This is a nice one. It's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you and us forever. So this is underneath sabotage. So even when they've been hurtful, even when they've done all this stuff, you were always a deep seed in their soul. They'd be so angry, so angry with themselves. And this is why they're going over their sabotage. They'd be thinking, I've always cared. Why did I do this? Their insecurity, so they run because of their unworthiness. The comparison to you. It's still here in their energy. And you're a better person than they are, they think. Okay. Unsatisfied. Your perfection. Which wouldn't help with the worthiness here, let's be real. I think in this person's mind, it's coming to my mind, I'm going to say it. I think they really thought if they were successful and they looked like this and they had this and they had that, with all the damage that had been done, you would just take them back. It's like they thought they had to present as such a person, watch this part, because of this. And they just unfortunately never got there. Not that this collective you would care, but this is how they view you. They're viewing you as like this with success and acceptance, and a huge block here for you guys. It's the comparison. They were comparing. Terrible. Like they thought you would care, which is really sad, because deep down that means this person thinks you're a bit shallow, if they know it or not. They try that the only way you would accept them is if they presented with all their ducks in a row. That's not good. And I'm not getting that feeling from this collective. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not getting a feeling that you hounded this person to make money, or I'm not getting that feeling from you guys. So this is literally something that's within them. Unless you did as a collective, but through finding themselves, that's where their hope comes. Maybe you have told this person you won't accept it anymore. For them to think that the only way you won't give up on them is for them to change. Maybe. And maybe this is why they're coming in and out of their change, right? Maybe. Daydreaming. Oh, the regret, the self-sabotage. So whatever happened here, your last point, this person's got regret. One more. This isn't goodbye. Well, I think they hope it's not goodbye. This collective, you need to make sure they know it's goodbye. Their indecision. Maybe they're scared you're going to shut the door. This collective, you need to. It's the only way you're going to break this cycle. Again, I'm just here for advice. And then again, twin flame at the bottom. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you, but they kept doing it to you, right? All the disagreements. Let's just get a couple of emotion cards and we'll get tarot. They're weak. You would make them weak, this collective. I actually believe you would. They're worn down, they feel empty, they're not strong, they feel helpless and vulnerable. Because, okay, if this collective, and I've had one or two collectives here this week actually, and again we have a theme where you've kind of half broken a cycle, right? You've finally found your voice, but it's not completely severed yet. Maybe this is why they feel weak and vulnerable, because they know, sitting duck, right? And maybe this is why they're in indecision, because maybe you have said, I'm not accepting this anymore, but they know they're not completely where they need to be, so they're going to come in with a little bit of a mask, right? So there's something off. There's something off. And I knew these cards were going to be, and that's why we had to have a different direction. The spade, I think that's you. And they'd be reflecting on the space, the time is ticking, that now and blue, communication, how long they've taken to kind of come back around, attached, obsessed. They think they're in limerence now. limerence, fixation, clinging on to hope, the bond, the strong fondness. This feels like love. I can't detach. I'm hooked on. Again, it's being activated from up there. But clearing the head, self-care difficulties, rebalancing thinking. Whatever the case, remember this part. Yes, there's something coming around this new moon, but it's going to take a few months for it to really develop. Just remember that, because I could feel that what's about to come in, it's gonna soften you. Ashamed, you did. Whenever I see this collective, you called them on their BS, and maybe that's why you would accept it, because you would think that you've broken a cycle, and then seeing them come in a different way and emotional, you would think this is their newer version. It's not time. Rejected, they're ashamed. You did call them. This is this person being red-faced, embarrassed about their behavior. Embarrassed, guilty, red-faced, sorry, hanging their head in shame, disgraced. It's making more sense. Watch from the beginning. So since this has all happened, they have been hooked, but they've been trying so hard to not come in, because they haven't changed the qualities. They're trying, but they're back and forth with it. And they're getting pushed right now through cosmic activation, because maybe this is the final nail in the coffin that you get, like you show them, nah. But you would have made them feel rejected, the right collective, whatever you said here, because you've made them feel embarrassed about their behavior. Maybe behavior they were just refusing to reflect on. I want to get tarot, but I'm being called to get these moon cards quickly. And then we're going to get tarot. Don't let pride get... Oh, that's good. Don't let pride get in your way. Feeling chosen, the ego self, right? You're so close to achieving your goals. Don't let pride get in the way. Like, I've won. Like, not that that's what you're going to think in the moment. But remember at the start, I said the validation, the flattery. Don't fall short to pride, right? The ego massage, because you're so close to achieving your goals. What do you need to release first? It's not about words, it's about action, right? This collective, you do have a chance of letting an ego massage overtake you and forgetting the damage that has been done. Do not forget this part. Do not forget this part, what they've put you through. The key on the ring, the runner, the axe, the addictions, like that. Don't forget. You're so close. You're like, believe in the impossible. And that is where the luck comes for you, when you finally truly close the door. And you may think you closed the door in this last cycle, now that I'm hearing this, but I feel this collective, you didn't completely. You'd still be longing a little bit. There's still a little bit of energy. Again, you're watching a reading on them, right? Especially if you're still here now. My readings go for so long. There's still a part of you. You'll know when it's really done, because you're like, it's off. You're very close to achieving a goal. Communication is key at the right time. But again, the way it enters is a key. It's not just about the words, but you're going to have to really be aware. And I'm about to get tarot of how it's being presented. And don't be nasty. Maybe it's a time to plant some seeds here, right? Don't let pride look at the bigger picture. Think long-term, not short-term. Talking to myself. So underneath, don't let pride get in the way. Look at the bigger picture. This personal issue is going to take time to come into resolution. Remember, you can't go from a 10 of swords to 10 of cups, right? Look at the bigger picture. Long term, not short term. Then I said, what do you need to release? Conclusions are within reach. Surrender it. This collective, and I'm saying this in a really nice way, when this severs, you've still got a few months. You've still that part, right? Not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it long run if you can just surrender and trust in your little lady beetle energy. But conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, is there one in a few months? I never really read the moon phases here, but is there a lunar eclipse in a few months? Because maybe that's when it comes back around. I always say eclipses to remove the old, to welcome the new. Maybe they really are new, right? See when the next 10-10, see when completion, see when the next lunar eclipse is. That's in about 3-4 months, if there is one. Okay, let's get tarot. So their action, your advice. We kind of know what the outcome's going to be, but let's just confirm. All right, their next action towards you. A whole lot of emotion. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, still going. Oh. Wanting solutions, wanting harmony. That's, well, we know that. Okay, I think they're still stuck because this is what they're breaking free from. I do think they're still in a mental prison. I do think that they're coming in full of anxiety, creating situations in their mind that... It's sad because you can see how this person presents. They present so full of themselves when they're stuck in their mind. And the thing is, they want harmony, they want solution, they want to find common ground again, right? They want to start rebuilding that foundation. But they're going to be stuck in kind of coming in and out of mental anxiety. So they're going to be triggered within. And look at how they deal with people when they're triggered within. So they're going to be wearing a mask here. So even though they've got some... No, oh God. Knight of Wands, run. They could maybe even present very lustful. If they do, balls on them. You've got to remember they want a date night. Maybe they try and worm themselves in with a Netflix and chill, is what I'm hearing. Be careful. I was feeling they were going to lead with emotion. They're leading with wands here. Passion. Very impulsive. If they're brewing on this right now, this could... I'm hearing a drunken text, a drunken dial, and maybe this is why all this emotion comes out. There is something here. It's not the right time, right? And this is nice, but this... You don't want to see that as a direction for when they're coming in. Not with what you guys have been through. You have felt strung along. You felt like an option. Be careful. Oh, the Seven of Pentacles. Planting seeds. So I was hoping that was going to come out for you. It's come out for them. That's good. Six of Pentacles. One good thing, this is truly about hard work, right? Long-term investment. So they do know this is going to take hard work, and it's going to... They're seeing this as a long-term investment. Beautiful. But it's also a card of patience, right? But then they've got Knight of Wands right next to it. So I'm more seeing this as, yes, they may think this is going to take some work, but I feel, because I see that as germinating, planting some seeds, right? I just feel this person may have a way with words. Are they going to make you feel valued? Yeah. Are they going to make you feel seen? Yeah. They want that equal give and take in the dynamic. The things that are alarming me here is this Eight of Swords and this Knight of Wands. I feel this is their armor, how they approach when they're vulnerable, right? Try to be more jokey, again, impulsive, very lustful, very kind of, again, very impulsive. And I feel that's going to come up quite quickly. Three of Swords. I'm seeing this as they're not ready. They could be coming from heartbreak and pain. Is this maybe them wanting to talk about this and why this has all happened? Yeah, look at what they're reflecting on, the regret, the Sabbath, they're reflecting on it, why they've been running, yes. But I think they have a fear this will be inflicted on them as well. So I do think some of the things that they're going to say are going to be very sugared down words. I don't really like this. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. Saving grace is they're wanting to harmonize what's been done. Beautiful. The way it enters, terrible. And they enter like this because of the mental prison that they're in. I do think deep down they know they put hard work in. They know they need to make you feel like this for you to accept it, which is something clearly this collective, you have voice to this person. This, I feel they're in a bit of this in their life right now. 2, I do think they want to talk about this. But 3, there's potential that this person still has control over this dynamic to do this to collective if you don't choose strength here. But let's confirm. Your advice. Oh, strength, truth. Oh, Queen of... I don't think in reverse. I think upright. Boundaries, practical, realistic, truth-seeking mode. Don't be ruled by emotion. Oh. If you feel confused, if you feel like what is going on, that's your answer right there. Empress in reverse. I do think you're going to have issues with trusting in your body's emotion here. Don't let insecurities, pride take over you. Remember, she can be very codependent to Empress in reverse. See if it's your codependent. There is something about your pride and shadow self that may get in the way here. I think if you can lead with this, just remember what you've been through. I definitely think this still needs boundaries. And I think your body is going to let you know, right? Remember, shiny syndrome. 7 of Cups. And there's a reason when that confidence card, don't let pride get in your way, I was like, I've won. Don't let that overtake you. Logic, not emotion. Because your emotion's going to tell you. And I think what may make you is your codependence to the outcome, right? And not just believing. Like that should be upright. The stillness. Understand what you deserve. Because even this, even though there's a lot of words, it still doesn't even feel right. We didn't have 1 cup. I felt like it was going to be led with emotion. No. Keep it stuck. If you really believe in this, let it go. Surrender it. This is the only twin flame card. And I think that's why it's come out. Because, again, the only way luck is on your side is by closing the door here and trusting the universe. So, be realistic. I think maybe you need to think and say to yourself, if this is meant to be, it'll come back when it's genuinely time, right? I think you just need to focus on you. But that's up to you guys. Don't let the label blind you. Outcome. Oh, good. Temperance. Patience. It'll actually start to balance this the right way. There's that King of Pentacles that they're trying to activate in this person now. The Miracle card. This could be beautiful if you find strength. And trust in the angels and the guidance. It's going to need patience, but it'll balance the right way. Union of oppositions. The potential of it. Ace of Pentacles takes such a long time to ground, but when it grounds, miracle, touch from the heavens. It's up to you. Good news, rapid. I don't want to say it's going to be too rapid. Let's be real, a few months, that's pretty quick, right? 8 of Wands. And when I'm reading love, that's 8 love arrows coming towards you. But this is a lot of good things coming into alignment and taking off the right way. Judgment at the bottom. That is very special. But it comes from this. You're going to be tested with shadow self. You're going to be tested with codependence to the outcome. You're going to be tested with flattery and validation. It's really understanding your worth and what you deserve. They're going to see, is your realistic approach going to come over you? And are you going to remember one time, even though if you think you broke the cycle and put your boundaries up last time, I always say, one point, that ain't going to change anything. You got to see someone locking in. You've got to see the change being made, right? Through action. This collective, you've got to see the healing taking place. Look at how they're presenting. Are they actually doing anything to heal these qualities within them? Are they in therapy? Are they going through some form of evolution? If they're not, that's your answer right there. You're going to feel confusion. Don't be hypnotized by the shiny object of winning, right? And the label. Oh, they're back. No, not time for this collective. Patience. Let it alchemize the right way. You do have potential for a miracle, but the universe wants to see, are you choosing you first? Don't be nasty with communication. If you choose to communicate, neutral, realistic, talk to this person like a work colleague, if you choose to. Maybe the best thing for you is silence. Maybe that's boundary enough. I always say silence speaks volumes. That's good. I do think you guys may have potential. Very good. Engagement, fertility, a little bit of an aphrodisiac here. A lot of passion, a lot of acceleration. I think there's no issue with you guys and the desire you have for one another, but I do think active listening, I think you'll get on the same page. I think you guys can create some form of masterpiece when it comes to whatever your path is, especially with these two here. I think when it takes off in the right way. One more. Whoa, that flicked on my face. World! But you can only get a world when you move on. Completion. Emotional fulfilled. That's important because it flicked on my face. You will get there. Move on from the shit. Beautiful. Just buckle up because that could take a few months. So you will really know when you've severed a cycle because you don't crave it no more. You find strength. You finally let go. That's when you know you've really, really severed a cycle. If you're questioning if you've only half severed a cycle, if you still think about them, if you still think about the what if, and you haven't really completed it, right? Just, I'm being called to say that. Okay. These are good. Lightning, it could come in on a stormy night, but very quick revelation. You could be a witchy. All of my divines, your high priestesses, your seers. But my little teapot. Maybe you collect teapots. I collect teapots. I find them magical. Does anybody else collect teapots? It's becoming a joke at this point. Teapots, the lightning bolt, the golden elixir, the new moon energy, which keeps coming out nearly every reading. The ducks, I said, trust your intuition. Maybe you've got a memory of ducks, or you'll see ducks on the day this is unfolding as a sign to choose strength, right? Maybe you just bought a teapot, a really cute teapot too. And divine intervention, you're going to have to surrender and trust the divine, this collective. Dice, important dates, memories, birthdays, angel numbers. 16th of the 2nd, 14th of the 2nd, 7th of the 5th, 5th of the 7th, 5-5, 5-5 portal, 10th of the 5th, 5th of the 10th. Woo! That went on 3, expansion. I'm pretty sure Jupiter's just set in now, hasn't it? Come back from retrograde. 5th of the 11th, 11th of the 5th, 11th of the 4th, 4th of the 11th, 5-5-5. This could be your transformation. Let it transform. And then 7th of the 5th, 5th of the 7th again. That's important. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day.